Hello, everyone. Welcome to Drinks and Discussions live stream. We are packed tonight. We've got a lot of good things going for us tonight. We've got some new faces, some friendly faces, some same faces, and of course, we've got some drinks always going. So, I hope you guys are all set and ready to go. Let me tell you guys a little bit about what's going on here, also about what we are going to be discussing before, let me introduce who you see on your screen right now. You've got Big Jake in the house. You've got myself, Brian. We've got some new faces. We've got Texas Mama Bear in the house, and then we've got Shar, lover of animals, in the house as well. They have decided to join us. They are Discord participants, and we sent an invite out there to those individuals over there, and they decided to join us this evening. You ladies want to say hello and give a little bit of a background of where you're, not necessarily where you're from, but just anything you'd like to share with our viewers tonight. Starting with you,
Go
Shar.
ahead, hon. Oh, with me. I'm Shar. I am from Canada. I am new, and I'm interested to see what's going to be happening tonight and what topics could be brought up, and see what you guys are all about. And Jake has an awesome Thor's hammer, guys. I'm in love with it.
I think Jake's actually kind of happy because no one's ever mentioned that. I didn't even know what it was until you mentioned it just before we got ready to go live tonight.
Really? Ooh. Very long.
That's what I figured. Shut up, Siri.
Texas
It
Mama
is
Bear.
actually a Norse depiction of Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, just in case anybody didn't know.
Got it.
Yep.
Texas Mama Bear, you want to say hello to everyone, introduce yourselves, and say anything that you'd like to say to anyone that you would like to say. Share.
Texas. I always wanted to be a mom, never had the chance. And when my husband finished law school, he was like, "Would you like to adopt?" And I looked at him like he was flipping nuts because we were in our 40s at that time. But we now have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter, and she's been with us for 3 years. And so now I am a mama bear.
Oh, nice. Very, very, very nice. That's kind of a
Congrats.
nice and heartwarming story there. Thanks for sharing that.
I live just north of. I'm in Denton County, just north of Dallas. I'm in Texas.
Yeah, well, I'm in the same area. I'm in Collin County as well. I think Denton. You're in Denton County. I'm in Collin County. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Very nice meeting
So
you ladies. I'm sorry.
You survived the storms then?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it didn't get too terrible here, but the rain, muddy areas on the side of my house, but all in all, it was good. Good rain for us. I'm a grass guy too, so it kind of helped. I had to mow. I actually mowed. When was it? When did it rain? Did it rain Friday and Saturday? Or did it rain Friday? It rained Friday, didn't it?
I think it was Friday.
Yeah, Friday. So
yeah,
I ended up mowing Sunday. So anyway, so what we do, and ladies, even if you're drinking water, and in case you guys are not watching the chat, we've got some people in the chat. Truth Teller says, welcome to and congratulations to you, Mama Bear. They were listening to your story, so they want to tell you congratulations on your story and being a mom.
Thank you.
So even if you're drinking water, we like to open up our panel and talk about things that we're going to be drinking. And by the way, our other host, Marcus, is going to be joining us about 10-15 minutes from now. He just sent me a text message, so he'll be joining us shortly.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead, and I don't want to put the ladies on the spot in case you are not prepared for water or tea or coffee or whatever you're drinking. We're going to start with. Okay, we're going to start with. You said you're ready. What did you say?
I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm good to go.
Okay, let's start with the ladies then. Ladies first. Then let's start with Shar, lover of animals. Tell us what you're drinking.
I am drinking Bailey's on ice.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say, everyone, Skull.
Mm.
Cool.
Very nice. Bailey's on ice. I have tried Bailey's on ice cream, Bailey's in coffee. I don't think I maybe have. I think I maybe have sipped on it on Bailey's on ice. I think I have.
The salted caramel Baileys on ice with a little extra shot of caramel.
Ooh.
Nice and toasty. Nice and it goes down real nice.
There you go. I got some right there for you. I love my Bailey's and my coffee. All right, Mama Bear, what do you have there?
Well, actually, I'm behaving. I've got water. Otherwise, it would be a martini kind of evening.
A martini kind of evening. I love it. Love it.
There you go.
That sounds good. Truth Teller election results junkie, so coffee for him. He's got to have some caffeine. Yeah. I know we're not going to talk about, and I said this, and I'm trying to stick to my word that we're not a political channel, but I do want to just talk about election stuff just for a quick overview. But we're not delving into politics. Trust me on that one. But since Truth Teller mentioned it, I just want to gloss over something real quick, and then we'll kind of move past that. All right, Big Jake, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
Well, compliments of you through my birthday.
You got it. Yeah.
I got it.
The private stock. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go too gung ho on it because I like preserving this stuff because it is good. So
you gotta try. No, you gotta try Johnny Walker's.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't tried Johnny Walker's. Oh.
Johnny Walker.
What label? Are you talking about blue label, black label, green label? Johnny Walker makes a
red
label. Okay.
Red.
Right. Okay. Shard level of animals. You are a person close and dear to my alcoholic expertise. So, that is some pretty good stuff there.
Now, see if I'm going to do Bailey, I will. I'll usually do it with some. Damn it, word wheel problems. I will do it with butterscotch, just to take a little bit of the edge off of the kick in the base.
That's good too.
Right.
Okay.
Try the salted caramel, girl. Telling you.
Either that or I add more vodka, and it spikes it a little, and it doesn't have that little bit of bite at the end on the Baileys. I don't know. That's just me.
The bite's the best. If you want a real bite, you gotta try it's a schnapps, but it's not a schnapps kind of thinking. It's called it's like an absolute. It's delicious.
Like a peach schnapps, delicious. Or what kind of schnapps are you talking?
No. This is it's a Danish schnapps. Coming again back to the Viking history, it's a Danish schnapps. It's like an absolute. It is so good. That has a bite. You have 2 or 3 shots of that. I don't care who you are. Have 2 or 3 shots of that. You're under the table.
Really? It's that potent.
Oh, 100%.
I made the mistake of I went to this supermarket up the street here for me. I bought me this mead. It's called Viking Blood.
Yep.
And I made the mistake of not knowing this. I learned it afterward. I downed that entire bottle and got sick on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I learned with mead, you're not supposed to chug that, really.
Nope.
It's honey wine, basically. So it's, yeah.
Were you out for the full day?
What's that?
Were you out for the full day or half a day or the whole 2 days after?
Thankfully, I didn't have to work the next day, so I was pretty much laying in bed almost all day, sick. So,
oh no!
Yeah, it was bad. That's the last time I ever drink mead like that. So, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar.
Well, let me just.
That's not good. You want the sugar.
Let me get everybody to tell you what I'm drinking real quick. I'm gonna drink some Bullet. This is Bullet bourbon, and it is one of my favorites. In case you can't see it, I don't know, it's the lighting or whatever. But it's not the rye, it's just the regular. And it's I've seen it, I've drank it before on here, but I figured I'd try it again since I've been nursing the Elijah Craig and some of the other bottles I had, so I figured I'd open this one and just partake of the bullet tonight.
I was gonna say it was gonna make a dirty joke, but I was like, no, we've got 2 women on here. Maybe I should keep it to myself.
I'm
go right
I'm going to
ahead.
say, I'm thinking that they might be able to handle it, Jake. I think they might be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you like drinking that Knob Creek, so I was gonna go with
the knob. I got it.
You're not gonna drink some of that Shine My Knob Creek tonight?
Hilarious, my friend. Hilarious. Hello, Madeline. Hello, Madeline. Thank you for joining. We had just started talking about what we're drinking tonight before we get into some of the topics for this evening. If you've got something that you are drinking and you like to share, even if it's water, let us know. If it's Kool-Aid, if it's a Powerade, if it's Gatorade, just let us know.
Crystal Light Pure.
Crystal Light.
That pure.
Sure. Okay.
Ooh. Be careful, John.
Why?
Well, cheers to everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Skull.
Oh,
Skull.
2 times.
Mm. A little
What do
conversation.
I have to be careful for the Crystal Light? What's wrong with it?
It's got the aspartame in it. It's got the aspartame in it.
Oh yeah, no, I get the pure.
Oh, okay, good. Good. That is great.
Yeah, because my grandma got really sick. And
Yeah.
drinking a lot of aspartame. Like her whole diet was Diet 7-Up. And
Oh,
really messed her brain up. So yeah,
That's
I
great.
So I want to get this one. I want to talk about this first and foremost because I want everybody for the rest of the show to be aware of our host's new nickname. Because in case you missed Jake's birthday bash, the live stream. So we have a lot of channels. And so the ladies on the panel, Madeline, Mama Bear, and Shar, if you don't know, Drinks and Discussions has multiple channels and we have multiple hosts. So one of our channels is a true crime channel.
I like true crime.
Oh, okay. Well, if you
Nice.
like true crime, then you can go in our main page, and I will actually again put a link and if you're in our general Discord channel, I'll put the link to our main page again out there. And if you go down to the bottom of that page, you'll see a list of all of our channels. Jake is going to be doing more on the gaming channel. We have a sports channel, true crime. We have a movie review, all those types of things. And they're all moderated by other hosts. And sometimes they join this live stream and sometimes they don't. But we had one of our hosts from the true crime channel come on Jake's birthday live stream. And it was funnier and better than I could have imagined because we started asking Jake questions about himself and just to kind of lighten the mood and kind of get some laughs. And boy, did we get some laughs. So the question was, if Jake had a choice, what would he pick? If you had flatulence 24 hours a day, nonstop, just couldn't stop flatulence. Or you had mustard coming out of your nipples all the time.
Oh.
So, of course, Jake picked mustard. So, if you want to call Big Jake Mustard Nipple, you most certainly can. He is the forever known as Mustard Nipples from here until eternity.
Big Jake. Okay.
Big Jake, yeah. That's
I've never heard of mustard coming out of nipples.
Either. I don't know where she.
I don't know where she came up with that either. It was totally out of left field, and it was just hilarious. And ever since she said it, no one could stop talking about what she said. Obviously, till this day, because I'm still talking about it. But I wanted to, in case everybody missed it, I wanted to make sure that Jake wasn't going to get a pass and me not bring it up.
And I was hoping you'd forget about that, but I guess I don't get that lucky.
No, sir. You know me too well for me to get a pass. You don't get a pass for that at all. So let's get into this. Hey, just for fun, I'm here to say I love Big Jake, and that is all. Who doesn't love a big, tall, cuddly teddy bear like Jake? We appreciate you,
Yeah,
buddy.
just for fun, man. That's my girl. That's my girl right there.
I hope Madeline and Texas Mom Bear come back and join us. I don't know if they just dropped off or I don't know what's going on, but hopefully they come back and join us. And Marcus is going to be with us here shortly as well. He's just running a little behind as well. And I'm going to try to buy some time for Marcus as well before I get into some things. But I wanted to say this. Oh, there she is. Madeline's back. I wanted to have a live stream because it is election night and I just didn't want to have everybody just focused on politics. And I know that Drinks and Discussions, we cover things that are newsworthy and there's some things that we talk about and I have talked about regarding politics, but we're not a political station. We're just a general talk about things that are out there kind of a channel. So whoever you voted for, I hope you guys understand and we will always try to understand and come to an appreciation that not everybody thinks the same, votes the same, believes the same, prays the same. So you're more than welcome still, regardless of whatever you see that, we may be, leaning to on some of the videos you see, that you still have a voice if you'd like to talk about those things. And then at the end of the day, we are going to respect you because even if we do have a difference of opinions, if your guy wins or our guy wins, whoever guys wins, at the end of the day, you are still welcome to share your perspective. And we will always leave here with respect for each and every one of you guys, even in the chat or on the panel. And I will always continue to make that commitment to everyone.
Well, I appreciate that. That's really fresh and new.
Well, thank you very much.
So I appreciate that because you don't hear much of that. It's all about me, me, me. Me. I'm not wearing masks. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. It's upsetting, and that's really nice. It's trying. To me, it feels like you're trying to just unite people into a place where they can be themselves, but be comfortable and be with their individuality.
Right.
Pretty much it.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's kind of my vision as well. I would like to see when I vote or when I think about candidates, the biggest thing I'm trying to do is kind of get the America back into America instead of all these divisions and races and religions, and everybody's just kind of falling into their own.
Right.
It's just very distressing.
And I can tell you on my end, I am not from America. I am from Canada. And we have our own pull of issues, let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
But I'm telling you, I live where I am in Canada. I come to the States, oh my gosh, at least half the year. And over the last 10, 15 years, the States I'm coming over and seeing is not the same as when I was growing up. Yes, I'm older, but boy, it's not the same. You guys are so divided. It's ridiculous what they're doing to you guys. And I feel for you because these two, it's like you guys are so one side or the other. There is no gray middle ground. What happened to your gray middle ground? There's no one listens to anyone anymore, and it's terrible, and it's going to get worse if you guys don't realize. Whew, you guys got to hear each other out, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not. Hear each other out because you guys were a hell of a lot stronger as a nation 10, 15 years ago than you are now. And you guys can get there again.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that we don't have our issues, because boy, do we ever. We have interesting people in power in our place, too, that need to go kick a bucket. But at least we're willing to hear each other out for the most part. Not everyone, but more so than you guys are here. And I don't understand why you don't hear.
Go ahead, Madeline.
Oh, no, I was just I used to have a friend, he died just this year. I talked to him a lot. He's from Canada, and he educated me about some of Canada, and so I ended up feeling like at least we had one adult in North America, which was Canada. Well, we were just gonna mess around, and divide and fight and point fingers and do crazy stupid shit to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Not one leader is going to be perfect.
Right.
Not one person is going to have all the right answers. Nobody will ever have that. People
Nope.
make mistakes. People make, wrong choices that people don't like. People make great choices that, what the heck happened? Why is there no, leniency at all with anybody here anymore? It's like, wow.
I don't know. And then half of the nation is falling into it. So.
It's always, I always find it weird
scary.
because we lost the word civility. We're not civil to each other.
Mm.
And it's this kind of like
Yep.
this is kind of like good segue into one of the things that I wanted to talk about is because as you scan over some of the channels that I know I've seen some of you on, there's a lot of bickering and a lot of hate speech and a lot of if you don't think the way I think that
Mhm.
you're an idiot or there's no civility toward one another to where like you ladies already said are listening to each other. Not to change their mind on
Yep.
why they think something, but just understand why they believe what they believe or why they feel the way they feel. And I think that's part of our
Exactly.
problem. I think that's part of our society's problem is not everybody feels as if it's not what they feel or what they believe, then you're wrong and all hope is lost.
Oh, yeah.
Like one thing I know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, hon. It's okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was done.
We missed
I'm just saying,
that part. We missed that part, Madeline.
I know every country seems to think that they're living in their own glass bubble. You know what, guys? You got to look at other countries as well and how they're perceiving you. Like in Canada, I know people are like, what kind of leader do we have? Like, his nickname is Turd. I mean, come on. Because he has done some things that are, so we're not great either. But at least the people, I travel a lot. I'm sorry. I just do. It's just I can't stay home. I'm older now. My kid's growing up. I'm going to do my thing. I'm all over the place. I'm in Europe. I'm in America. I'm in Canada. Wherever I go besides here, people listen to other countries and other voices and other opinions. When you come here, it's like, well, no, we're America. This is it. We're it. And it's like, wait a minute here. It's a whole world out there. And nobody seems to, the majority of people are like, we're America, this is how it is. Wait a minute. No. You guys have one hell of a country here. And there's so many people that have not enough voices that can be heard that are bloody awesome. Well, and they're being screamed over by all these politicians that are like, no, this is how you're supposed to be. That's not what a politician is supposed to do. A politician is supposed to, enhance and lead, not suppress your voice. And all sides, Republican, Democrat, separatist, they're all suppressing you guys and not allowing you guys to be heard and what you really want to be heard and said. And I don't understand that because you guys are a hell of a lot stronger than that.
Well, let me go ahead, Madeline. Let me get you out before I do something. Go ahead, Madeline.
No, it says we used to be.
Right. Well, I want to flip this a little bit, if I may, because again, I don't want us to segregate any of our viewers that may come in and thinking that we're going to, start down a rabbit hole of this party, that party, or whatever. But let's take it because you did say some things. You did say some things, Char, that I wanted to address because when you talk about there's a whole world out there. Who said wait?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I said you're right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay. So there's a whole world out there. And so that's what I wanted to bring into here when we talk about social media and when we talk about things that we see even on YouTube. I keep telling people, because I have chats with people who are like, Brian, you know what? I was on this channel and this happened and that happened. And I'm like, you guys understand how large YouTube is? That there are people out there who have millions of views, not 30,000, not 10,000, not 1,000, but millions of followers,
Yep.
and they get millions of views on their video, and everybody is like in this little bubble that are in the same vicious circle where you see this person, this person, this person, they're talking about this person and that person, and then they act as if they're like the bully on the elementary schoolyard playing King of the Hill, where you're trying to push everybody else off the hill rather than extending their hand and saying, YouTube is big. Here, let me help you build this channel so we can all be on top of the hill. And that is why it bothers me to no end when I see these channels that are, if you say something bad, if you say this negative or all this other stuff, then I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to try to squash you as a little bug, blah, 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 blah. And as adults, I find that very disheartening, because I have a 4-year-old and have and other family members that I'm just trying to impress upon that grown-ups should act more responsible and more civil to each other. What say you?
Exactly. I agree 1,000,000%. Like, I raised my daughter, and everyone, this is my example. My daughter I raised, she's now 21. I told her all her life growing up, you are perfect. You are amazing. You are everything to me. Out in the real world, you are no better than anybody else that you ever think you are. You know, because I'll be the first one to pop your head back down to reality. Everybody is the same. I don't care who you are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what political lean you're going towards. I don't care. Everyone is still a person. Everyone still has the same feelings, the same everything. You don't need to have the same ideologies as everybody else, or be better than everybody else and one up everybody else. Everyone is the same. And if you don't think you are, you have an issue. You know, look at yourself in the mirror and say, why do you feel like you're better than that person? You're not. I don't care if you're a millionaire or if you're, barely struggling by. You're still a person who is worthy and honorable and deserves, just like anybody else. That's my thought.
My mother using a voice changer, because you're saying pretty much the same things that she told me and my brother and my sister growing up.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Because you sound you're pretty much saying the same things my mother told us. And
then you had a very good mother, a very good mentor. Because if you feel that way, that's how it should be. Civility is a very, very hard thing to really instill in somebody when they're older. That's why it's a parent's job to instill it in a child when they're growing. Not that they're bigger, better. When you come up upon you come up upon a bully at the schoolyard, take the high road, walk away. Not to say that bully comes and put a hand on you. You put a hand on enough to put that bully down and walk away again. Same thing. Someone comes at you with saying words. Okay, try to understand why. Listen, you know what I mean? Explain your side, and you both walk away again. Maybe you could both learn. Same idea.
But you know what's funny that you say those types of things? I have seen in the last few days, and I hate to admit, even some people that I consider friends, say some things to women that I found just mind-blowing. And, when I saw it and I came and, we had a conversation about it, and they hope that they patch things up with this person. But at the end of the day, if you're behind a keyboard and you say something that you know good and well you wouldn't say in somebody's face, or you would not say to your wife or your daughter or someone like that, why would you even, because when you type, you're actually conscientiously thinking about it more than if it just blurted out of your mouth. If you're typing it, that's a lot of thought process. And to say some things that are demeaning toward women, or to try to bring women down, even if they don't agree with your channel, even if they are just somebody out there who says, you know what, I was on this channel and I didn't like it. So what?
Yeah. Exactly. Who cares?
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm sorry. If a person, I was watching another channel, and this is a little while ago, and they had a guest speaker on, came up on, on the panel, and they're talking. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. And they started using derogatory sexual terms about people who are gay. And then he's like, well, I'm sorry, I was just using that term to, talk about this one person, not the whole group. No, you're bringing that term up because it's in your head, because that's how you really feel.
Right.
What you say, even on the keyboard, is how you really feel. And that really shows who you really are as a person. You can't, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, wait a second here.
Mm-hmm.
How would I feel? Have some insight and some empathy and say, how would I feel? Why do I feel this way? How would I feel being said to have this being said to me?
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of things have changed, especially over the last 5 years with, the whole police issue thing. I'm not going to get into that name, but, and the whole COVID thing. And,
Mm-hmm.
guys, we got to come together a heck of a lot more and start really respecting and, not necessarily agreeing, but empathizing and, respecting others' opinions and others' thoughts and feelings, and understand you're going down.
I want
Unless you guys.
I want to give a quick second.
Go ahead.
We got Marcus, our regular host, also our co-host. He's popped up. Marcus, we see your Dallas Cowboy star, but we don't see your video. I don't know if you thought your video was on or not, but we do not see your video.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Turn your mic up a little bit.
What about now? Is that better?
Yep, you're closer.
A tad bit more.
All I got. That's all the juice I got.
Turn your headset up.
Move closer. It sounds like you're far away from it.
Turn your headset up,
now?
Jake. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's really better.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. I had to put it right in my face.
I had a joke, but I ain't gonna say it.
I was going to say, you were going to say that's what you said. Right?
That's what I did.
You should have heard the joke I pulled on him before we started talking about what drinks we were having.
Marcus, you got Madeline and you got Share Lover of Animals joining the podcast. We did have Texas Mama Bear, but she dropped off, and I'm not sure if she's going to come back or if she will, but I know she has a 9-year-old daughter that she was explaining to that she has, that it's around her right now, so she might be in for the night.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Marcus, why do you look short?
I know. That's why I was trying to fix my camera. I do feel like I'm short.
I thought it was your chair or something.
Oh, and by the way, guys,
Yep.
Please, if I say anything that anyone finds offensive or, wants to question me about, please do so, because that's how I get more understanding myself. Call me out. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I will, Shar. I'm the one that normally does all of that. I will call. No,
Thank you.
I'm kidding.
No, he doesn't.
I'm kidding. Shar, I'm kidding.
No, he doesn't. No, he's not. He's the quiet of the group. He's the Ronnie of our New Edition group. He's Ronnie. He doesn't speak a whole lot. He just stays in the background, does all the dance moves.
Oh, that's my problem. I talk too much.
Well, and
I giggle too much. That's what I keep being told.
You're a perfect fit for Drinks and Discussions because you're drinking and you like to discuss. So that's a great mix.
Start with that one.
Liz doesn't know any of you guys yet. Any of the ladies.
I'm gonna put. Somebody asked me to put the names on the screen, so I'm gonna hover over here in case you guys can see. We've got Texas Mama Bear over here at the bottom right-hand corner, and then you've got Madeline, who's in the middle. Shar Lover of Animals is at the bottom left, from what I'm seeing on YouTube. I hope that.
I like being on left.
God, let's see what you did. Boom. See what you did.
Left. What the heck?
Adam Zimmer died. Is that the son of Mike Zimmer?
Yes.
I didn't know that today.
Yes, that is.
Oh.
I thought he passed away maybe a week ago, but maybe.
Okay.
Or you just you said you saw a report that said today.
Yeah, well, somebody put it in the chat that it was today, and I didn't see that, so I didn't know.
Gotcha.
So that's the thing we were
Aw.
talking. I kind of want to swing back. Oh, ladies' night, by the way. This is not ladies' night, Mr. B. This is just an open panel. We had some people from other channels that wanted to join us, and it is a open Tuesday live stream. But we do have the ladies' night bringing up their first ever live coming up on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. And also for the ladies who are new to the Drinks and Discussions, we do have a ladies' night that are hosted by all ladies. You won't see our ugly mugs on there. Unless they invite us to give a male's perspective, you might see a male perspective or host on the panel from time to time.
Yeah, I think it's important that male and female have more perspective of each other because
Yes.
we're different creatures, but that's what makes us a good power couple, because we get the best from each other and support each other during the work. It creates balance, but we're not doing that.
Is it just my internet, or does she sound a bit robot-y?
Yeah,
robot-y?
Madeline, you came across as kind of like robot on that. We couldn't make out what you said.
I know it's happening on my end too. I don't know what to do.
Sometimes you come across clear, but
darn.
then there are times where you actually just kind of came across on that bit as a little robotic.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, that was better to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
I'm
Marcus.
sorry, y'all. I had to duck for a moment or two.
I'll come in. I'll catch up. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't hear Madeline. We didn't hear you again. You were robotic on that one as well.
Oh, my mom was asking me a question. Sorry.
Oh. Texas Mom Bear, you said you had to.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Texas Mama Bear, you said you had to step away. We're glad to see you back. I figured you had something to do with your 9-year-old or something going on, so we're glad to have you back.
Yeah, had to parent.
Oh, isn't it fun?
So when Marcus joined us and before you had come back, we were just talking about, is there a certain type of ethic or that you guys, or excuse me, I say you ladies and people in the chat, are you guys looking for a certain level of civility? And I think that's the term we're using tonight. That's the kind of like the word of the day is civility. Are you looking for civility in channels that you watch, or are you looking for the shock and awe? What is driving some of the things that I have been witnessing, even if I see somebody, because even if I don't go on channels, I'll see another channel replay other channels, and they're kind of poking fun at, or they're bringing out some things about other things, and I find it's still kind of revolting, even if you're rebroadcasting it. Is it something that you guys, that people, that you find as you're going from channel to channel, that you find that is more interesting, if it's the shock and awe, or are you looking for just some of the niceties and the more calm and civility on a stream? What brings you to the table if you're going to watch a YouTube channel?
I can start. I can say, one, I like following court cases, so that's just a draw for me. But two, some of the platforms I think we're talking about, it's, for me, it's more about the chat and the people that are in the chat, because you do form relationships, which gets you into discords, and then you have discords which are all very different beasts in themselves individually, but you manage to find very kind souls, very kind people, and then you find people that are very abrasive. And I think sometimes the more abrasive a channel, a creator can represent, the more abrasive the
I've noticed that some of the channels that I'm watching, that there's so much anger, and I can see both sides. I understand. I can agree more with one or the other, but I understand both sides. But the hate and like bringing out the worst of people. I'm going to get you. I'm going to sue you, and it just turns into bullying. And so we're a bunch of adults bullying other adults over. It's just stuff that doesn't need to be even really discussed.
Okay, Madeline, I just want to say
For
this
me,
real quick. I just want to say this really, really quick. I really,
yeah.
really appreciate you being on here, but we can barely make out anything that you're saying in your microphone. And I picked up bits and pieces, and it was spot on, but I just couldn't hear any of the other stuff that you said in there, unfortunately.
Maybe try restarting your internet, hun. It might help you.
Fine.
Good? Yeah.
About me is that you can't sit there and do everything. Your channel's got to be time specific.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know who that was that jumped in. I don't know who it is. But go ahead.
For
Everybody
me,
else? Everybody else, go ahead.
For me, what I look for in a channel is honesty, accountability. I don't care for the channels that sit there and bash people with no backup for it, no reason for it, no, accredited and proper resources for it. I don't like the racist. I don't like the sexual people, like, ones that put everything down.
Mm-hmm.
But the people, well, as I was talking earlier, some of the channels I follow them because they are actually honest, upfront, can prove what they're saying is true, and why they're doing what they're doing, and have legitimate reasons for doing the things that they are doing, but they don't take it too far. They don't go overboard. They just react and proceed with what they are given without going into too much detail. That is why I liked that kind of channel. I'm not going to listen to a channel that, is going to be all about, how do I put this without saying too many, names and such.
Yeah.
Overly
We get
jerks.
it. Yeah, we get it.
Or just being a jerk to get the views and the clicks.
Right.
Forget that.
Jake,
not worth it.
Jake, give us a little bit of perspective. What are you thinking?
It's kind of the same. I don't like going for those like hateful channels. If I'm looking, some of the channels I watch, some are like true crime or it's comedy or gaming. I want to go when I hop on here after a long day. I just want to hop on here and watch something that I'm going to either get a good laugh at, or I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to sit here and watch this for a minute and see what's going on. Let me dig deeper. But like, yeah, like that the people that have just explosive personalities and just don't think before they act. They're hurting other people, but I just. That's really the only thing that I look for. I want to be able to enjoy myself. I don't want to hop on here and be like watching somebody's videos, and be like, God, man, why do you got to be like that? And then it's kind of bringing me down at the same time. But it's just as easy to click off of it, but still at the same time, I'm trying to come back from, man, that's kind of messed up. But, mostly for me, I just try to look for, I've had a lot of rough times recently, so anytime I get on here, I'm looking for something funny, but it just seems like I do like drama, don't get me wrong, but to a degree, really.
But somebody said something, I'm not sure if it was Shar or my Mama Bear or if it was something I picked up in Madeline's what she was trying to say. There is something that I have noticed that as I talk to people behind the scenes on certain things, that people go to channels just because they can chat with other friends that are on that channel. And they might not have nothing.
It's not one specific channel. It's
Yeah.
multiple
Multiple channels, yeah. And they'll follow because their friend is over there and they want to continue having a conversation with their friends in the chat. They're not even worried about really paying attention what's really going on. If someone's saying this racial or racist rhetoric or homophobic diatribe or whatever the case may be, they're just chatting. And I found that kind of, again, because in my tunnel vision, I'm sitting up here going, wait a minute. If you're over this and doing that, I can get down with you for that. But then I start hearing more people say, you know what, we don't even think about it. We just are over there because other people are over there and we're just chatting. And I said, like I said before, I had to get out of my tunnel vision and listen to what someone was telling me. And then I started to appreciate that people can go on whatever channel you want on YouTube. It's a big environment. And it doesn't mean that you're agreeing with whatever somebody is saying if they're on the live panel or, on a live stream.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Can you hear me better?
It's the same.
It's the
Yeah.
same.
Sorry, I have to say, to me, I kind of disagree with you. Because if you're over there and you're watching a channel, and that channel is being over the top, being real jerks, I'm not going to, use a profanity, but and you're just over there and you're in their chat group or their channel, just talking away and doing your thing and ignoring them, you're still, whether you agree with what's being broadcast or not, you're still giving that person a platform. Because you're giving it a click, you're giving it a view, you're in the chat, you're engaging, you're getting their algorithms going. There's got to be, if there's people out there you care for, go to tell them, hey, you know what, let's meet in a Discord that is more tame, more, and we could chat in there and catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can, chat by email or whatever. Don't be giving those channels the clicks and views and the algorithm to keep them going. You think they're doing something good, and they're not. That's just my opinion.
Let me just say one thing, and I agree with you a little bit, because because I say that I understand doesn't mean that I agree. I understand what why they're saying it. Doesn't mean that I agree with what they're doing.
There's Nick.
Hey, Nick. Cheers to you, bro. Cheers to you. But what I will tell you, but here's the deal: there are a lot of people who like to watch American Idol, a lot of people who want to watch The Voice. You can have different flavors in life without necessarily saying I have to be really totally immersed in my beliefs about what they're saying. You can still provide an audience for those people without actually condoning what they're talking about. I kind of believe that. I really do. I believe that you can be part of somebody's chat or whatever. But if you're a host now, don't get me wrong. If you are a host on that channel, that's where I draw the line. You cannot go in there and start being a host on a channel that spews hate and all of this other nonsense that I totally don't agree with, and then expect, to be either here or someone else's channel that I'm going to go on and they'll represent our brand, because I just can't condone that kind of stuff.
Well, I guess it all depends on the type of channel you're watching. Because if you're on a channel that is spewing the hate and the racism and they're going after or doing whatever they're doing, and you're just in the chat, just talking to people you're talking about, and you're ignoring that, you gotta pay attention to what you're actually ignoring and say, whoa, why am I on here? Why can't we just talk to your friend? Let's hop over and watch a different thing that's I guess it all depends on the type of live or program you're on watching on YouTube. That's a difference.
I suppose I should clarify. I'm blind, so what I hear through my audio processor, one is chat. What I set up, it depends how I set it up. I can hear the creator. I can set it up and hear the screen description of what's happening, and I can have an audio put of the live chat. So that's 3 audio streams I'm running. But a lot of times I take out the visual audio screen description, and a lot of times I'm just messaging with people that are kind, nice people, caring people that will stop and take the time if somebody's having a rough in a Discord and say, hey, is there something I can do to help? Because that's that person I am. And so
I am really
I'm more,
sorry. That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm more
Totally different story.
on the person aspect of it and not so much what the content of it is being put out. But I know I'm not like the average person you're referring to, but there are a lot of wonderful people out there, and I want to give credit to those wonderful people because I think a lot of people have lost faith in civility and humanity. And there's really a lot of fine examples of that. You just have to be able to put yourself out there a little bit, have some tough skin, and if people don't like it, who you are, then that's tough for them. And I could give a rat's tail.
Mhm.
I
Nick,
gotta
Is
tell
that
you,
I want to give Nick
you
a
guys really touched me and
Oh.
really opened my eye about something. And I really, really appreciate what you just said, and I want to say thank you. That makes total sense, and I am very thankful you spoke out and said, thank you.
we
No,
bring
you're welcome. And
we bring people together here at Drinks and Discussions. That's what we do.
was that Texas Mom Bear speaking
That was.
Yes.
How'd you know that?
just now? Well, I can see it because the mic is turning on, but I can testify to the fact that that is exactly how she is. She is very caring. Good to meet you, by the way. I don't think we've ever spoken directly, but I see you on all the usual Discord sites, and
Yeah.
yeah, and Madeline, I don't think we've ever met. Hello, my name is Nick. As you can see,
Oh.
I'm here on campus enjoying a beer before my lecture at 7:20. Sometimes a beer helps calm the nerves. But
Yeah.
thank you for
Nice to hear
having me.
your voice, Nick.
The what?
It's nice to hear your voice.
It
All
is, yeah. This is what
recognition.
this is what I sound like. You said something about getting a thick skin. Yeah, if you're going to be on the internet, I was an
Yep.
early adopter of the internet. You think it's bad now? We used to say really bad stuff to each other. I'm talking like before the World Wide Web, we were just like on bulletin board services and this. Of course, though, there were less of us, and so all of us sort of in the community knew that we were all talking crap. But you got to develop a thick skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, I have a pretty thick skin, but even with me, sometimes it gets to me. I mean, I get trolled on a daily basis, and I don't really do anything on the internet. Um, but uh, but yeah, I mean, it sometimes gets to you, but it's one of those things. It's like, well, I choose to be in this forum and in this environment, and the block function works. Use it. Once
Yeah.
That's
once
what
you
I
remove
always
your
thought.
ego out of it, it's ego which doesn't let us block people because we have to respond to what they're saying. We have to go, no, what they're saying is not true. And of course, at first when you block them, they're going to sort of escalate because, let's face it, they're just trying to get a rise out of you. I mean, that's the only purpose. That's it. No matter
Yep.
who you are, whether you're Chili or you're me or you're Brian, or they're just trying to get a rise out of you. And
You
yeah, it's
said
true.
the name.
Yeah, I'm basically the same way. I was bullied a lot growing up, and I was always taught by my uncles, my mom, my dad, everybody, just let it roll off your back. And over time, that's what I do. So like you could say the most disgusting things about me, my mom, my dad, anybody, I don't care because I know the truth about who I am and what I am and everybody around me. So what you
Good for
say
you.
is a bunch of horse shit. That's why I just let it go. I'm just like, okay, say what you want, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a f-
Good for you.
Yeah.
How it should be.
you can call me a big fat idiot who likes eating sticks. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. You can think that. I don't care.
Well, I will.
And
For it. Whatever turns your crank, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna say this because I think I've said this before a little bit. I was kind of like the smart, nerdy guy growing up when Marcus and I were in school until I
Join the
hit
club.
until I hit the 9th grade. The 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I was introduced to working out. I was starting to bulk up. I hit puberty and I started doing all these things. Girls thought I was good looking. I became someone that was hanging out with a certain group that I no longer started hanging out with. And I became not the bully that would push people, but I would be that bully because I thought I was in the in crowd. And it took me on my 12th grade year to where I had started realizing that where I had neglected some of the friends that I had pushed aside because I thought I was part of this group, I started reflecting and becoming more and more conscientious about bullying. And this was before we even used the term bullying. I don't even know if I knew the term bullying when I was in high school. But that has molded me into why and who I am today. Now, when I say these things about the things that I visualize and I, witness on YouTube as grown-ups are saying, this, and I'm a peaceful person, I do these types of things and do all these types of things. But then in the same breath, if someone talks about them, they have the biggest hissy fit that you will ever see.
Yep.
And I don't, and listen, I'm not trying, I want everybody to be successful. If that's your stick and hate speech is yours, hate speech, be successful at it. More power to you. I'm not trying to knock anybody's channel. That's not what we're doing here. I promise you, that's not what I'm doing. But you can't sit there and go, I'm against hate speech and I don't want that kind of stuff. Right, yeah, but you can't sit there and go, I can't, I don't like when people pick on each other and I'm going to take up for somebody because I feel somebody's bullying them. And then you're going to go out there and dox people. I was doxed. My wife's picture was put on somebody else's live or their channel. I have been called a racist. I have been called all these other different names by different people. And then I said to myself, and again, this is why I said to everybody here tonight, I said, YouTube is so huge. There are other channels that have drinks in their name and discussions in their title. I reached out to them and said, hey, you guys are trying to do some of the same things that we're doing. Let me stay in this lane. I don't have to do what all these other people that got me onto YouTube because I was with some other channel who was making these videos, making fun of all these other people. I thought it was comical. And then I realized it might be hurting people. Listen, I don't care if it hurts people. If you put content out there, if somebody comes on Drinks and Discussions and copies our live stream and says, hey, this is what Drinks and Discussion did and make fun of us, listen, that's the name of the nature of the beast. We're doing it. We're putting content out there. And if people want to make fun of us, more power to you. I'm not going to be, I probably won't even know about it. Who cares?
Well, if you remember a few months back, it already happened. So
yeah, our channel got hit. Our channel got hit again. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to make sure that we were using this and it was election night. I didn't want to, have somebody actually using this night as being some type of fodder for clicks and views for their channel, because if they bring up Drinks and Discussions as a racist because we are talk about this political party or that political party, that we are some kind of racist. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
My question is, how is it racist when Nick is Indian, you and Marcus are black, I'm a white guy, we got a Canadian on here, and
Ukrainian.
we're kind of multicultural here.
Go ahead, Nick.
To be fair, as an Indian, I'm still a member of the British National Party, so there's that.
Hey, I am still You can say I am Nordic, I am Viking, so I'm there too. I'm European. There you go.
See, we're
You're-
multicultural here. So if
Exactly.
it was,
Oh
and
my
that
gosh.
that wasn't in no way to offend anybody. I'm just trying to make my
Make a point.
point here. Like,
Mhm.
if it's a racist
Oh.
channel, then why do we have so many people from different walks of life on here?
Well, excuse me.
You know what I
Well,
don't
and all-
understand?
people.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you calling on me? Is it my turn?
Oh, I was just gonna say.
No, I just wanted to say something
Was
real
that
quick.
the preach it hand, Brian?
No, I
Was that
thought
the preach it
no.
hand?
I'm in the back of the class. I was raising my hand to be called upon. I wanted to say
Oh.
something.
You being
I
polite.
thought I was getting the preach it brother hand. Preach it, preach it.
Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
damn it.
On the road.
I just wanted to say something. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure that we bring in now some of the things that are going on in the chat. So Liz says, and we got an old person as well. Then there's also, I wanted to say something real,
LMO.
and I want to say something too real quick. Trumper88 has been a guy.
An old person.
Well, Liz is our moderator, and she's just recently retired as of October 31st. So she's
Oh,
calling
okay. I
herself
thought you were talking about me.
No. I'm talking to people in the chat. That's all. So,
Well, I can't see the chat, so if anybody's trying to troll me, I can't see it.
well, I'm going to just mention some people that because I want to make sure we acknowledge people in the chat that we haven't been able to,
Yes.
talk about it right quick. So let me just say some things. Thumper88, he's our guy. He's a regular participant of our stream. He was just saying that how he had an accident or something, electrical something that caused him to retire early.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
we just want to make sure that he's a good dude. We have had our ups and downs with Thumper88, but at the end of the day, we became really good partners on this live stream. He's a very active participant on every stream that we have, and we could not do it without him. So thank you for sharing. And that's the thing. When you get on live streams and you share information, even though it might be very, people can use it against you, and people voluntarily do that here in Drinks and Discussions, it bodes to what we're trying to do. You can say what you want, do what you want, without having anyone feel as if they're going to be chastised, ostracized, or even doxxed because of their beliefs here. And that's what makes me feel so warm and fuzzy when I hear and see newer people starting to flock and come to our channel and support our channel.
I'm so sorry. I know he had to retire, but is he okay?
He said he had two strokes. Yeah, I think he's fine,
Oh my
but he
wow.
just had to retire early. I think he was at early, but then I think he was in his 40s. Somebody had to remind me on the chat how old he was. But
Oh
he
my
had to retire.
gosh.
And can I point
Please
out?
be safe. Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to point out a little something off topic right there. There's a lot of other channels out there that would take this kind of thing as an attack. It's not an attack. We're not attacking anybody.
No.
So that's the thing. Like they'll take it. Oh, he's attacking my channel, and it's not one specific channel. There's other channels out there that would take this as a personal attack. It's like, no, we're not attacking anybody. We're just voicing our opinions. If you take our opinions as an attack, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because at the end of the day,
we
we said at the end of the day, we want everybody to be successful. There's a lot of things that you can do if you enjoy we don't monetize. Marcus is my friend. We grew up together. I enjoy talking to him. Jake has been part of our family from the get-go. I've known Nick now for some time. I'm getting to know new people now with Madeline and Texas Mama Bear and Shar. This is an opportunity for us to all sit there and dig our heels in and say we can all be successful. We can all do what we want to do on YouTube without being, dragging someone else down in order to be on top. Because at the end of the day, you're not on top. You're just a small segment of YouTube. YouTube is a big platform, and we all can niche out a nice piece of the pie, if you will, and that's it.
All those people, even the ones that type up, guess what? All those people are still people.
My uncle used to say this a lot. He would say, we're all just tiny little grains of sand on the beach of life. And, it's kind of the same thing on YouTube. We're each and every one of us are just tiny little grains on this huge beach.
Compared to the universe, we're even smaller than that. I mean, we're nothing.
My goodness. Yeah.
I do have to give a shout out to Brian. Brian is a good friend. and I've only known him for less than a year now. But I was venting to Brian yesterday, and he was listening, which reminded me sometimes it's like you just got to listen. And
Yeah.
Brian, I appreciate that. And your story about bullying, it's interesting. Some of the people who try to bully me on the internet go, "Wow, you must have been bullied as a kid." That's kind of true. I mean, all of us have gone through it. Mine was when I was in elementary school. Uh, I looked different, and I was a little bit scrawny back then, and not as good looking as I am now. I'm just kidding, but it's true. By the time I got into ninth grade, actually, I was really shy. I was really shy. Both people on YouTube and my students find this really hard to believe, but like I wouldn't even strike up a conversation with anybody. I just sit in the back of the class. But then I came into, I guess the cool crowd, and our cool crowd was speech and debate, and I just like blossomed like this, all of a sudden this whole new side of me, which I still use today. I mean, I'd never be in my profession, because before I was, afraid of publicly speaking. Now it's like, dude, where's my soapbox? My wife got me a soapbox. It's in our living room. Like she said, just go stand there and complain, especially when I talk about politics. But same thing. Like I sort of abandoned some of my other friends, and then apparently, sort of just it turns out that I was a bully too. I was a bully, and I didn't really learn this until I was in college. And I came home from college, and I went to this local coffee shop with my friend, and the barista refused to serve me. Flat out refused. And I was just like, okay, whatever. And then she like ran in the back crying, and one of the other baristas were like, "Well, who the fuck are you?" Well, I'm sorry. And apparently, I used to really bully her to the point of tears. And whatever I did, she still, has greatly affected her life. And what I felt bad about is not only that I was capable of doing something like that, I didn't remember who she was. I had no idea who she was.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, and it was one of those, like, I was like, okay, so I apologize. My friend was smart. He's like, no, you're done. You're finished. The best thing we can do is get up, let's go to another coffee shop and never come back here again.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I took a really, really